Hi, I'm Steve and welcome to my kitchen. Today I want to show you how to make no-knead turbo cinnamon rolls. I'll be using the hands-free technique for making the dough. That means I'll be able to make the dough without touching it with my hands. I think you'll enjoy this.
I'll be using 11 ounces whole milk, 4 tablespoons melted butter, 1 1/2 teaspoons salt, 1 1/4 teaspoons instant yeast, 3 tablespoons sugar, 1 large egg yolk, 1 1/2 teaspoons vanilla extract, and 3 cups bread flour. Let's get started. 11 ounces whole milk and 4 tablespoons melted butter. Next, I'll heat the wet ingredients and the bowl in the microwave. Milk retards yeast activity, and it's important to provide yeast with a warm environment for proofing. One of the keys to proofing temperature is the temperature of the mixing bowl and wet ingredients, so I'll heat them in the microwave on high for 1 1/2 minutes. Now the dry ingredients. 1 1/2 teaspoons salt. I use everyday table salt. 1 1/4 teaspoons instant yeast, sometimes referred to as bread machine yeast. 1 1/2 teaspoons vanilla extract. 3 tablespoons sugar. 1 large egg yolk. And I'll give a quick stir to combine. Now the dry ingredients. 3 cups bread flour. I use the scoop and shake method for measuring flours. This recipe is very forgiving and you don't have to be exact. Next, I'll combine the wet and dry ingredients. The objective is to hydrate the flour. Watch. All you need to do is stir it with the handle end of a spoon and it will come together and form a shaggy ball. Then change direction and tumble the dough to get the flour off the sides of the bowl. And I'll finish by scraping the side of the bowl to get the last bits of flour into the dough. And we're done. No-Knead turbo sweet roll dough should be proofed for 2 hours and 30 minutes in a warm, draft-free environment. It's important to proof dough in a warm, draft-free environment, so I'm going to use the oven light method of proofing. Turn the oven light on, put the dough in the oven, close the door, and the oven light will warm the oven to a little over 80 degrees. While the dough is proofing, I'm going to make the cinnamon sugar mixture. I'll be using 1/3 cup white sugar and 1 rounded teaspoon cinnamon. I'll start with 1/3 cup sugar, and I'm going to level the sugar by scraping the cup on the lip of the container. And 1 rounded teaspoon cinnamon. And I'll use a fork to combine. And we're done. The dough has proof for 2 1/2 hours and more than double its size. Let's get started. I'll start by spraying the pan with no stick spray. Next, I'll degas, pull, and stretch the dough. Watch. The action I'm going to do is very similar to that of a dough hook. I'm going to expel the gases, pull, and stretch the dough. Next, I'll use the roll-to-coat method to dust the dough with flour. I'll just sprinkle a little flour on the ball, in the side of the bowl, and roll to coat. And we're done. I'll just roll the dough out of the bowl onto the work surface. It's that easy. With floured hands, I'm going to lightly press the dough to flatten. Then I'll use a rolling pin to roll the dough into a strip 8 to 12 inches wide. And I'll use a little flour every now and then to prevent the dough from sticking. And it's ready for the cinnamon sugar mixture. I'm going to roll the dough from the far end, and I'll use a plastic bowl scraper if I have any sticking. I need 8 rolls. I'm going to start by cutting the dough in half. It helps me divide the dough more equally. Note how I'm using the plastic bowl scraper to help me carry the rolls to the pan. And we're done. I place the rolls in the oven, and I cover them with a lint-free towel to proof. The rolls should be proofed for 30 minutes, and the oven should be preheated to 350 degrees. The rolls have proofed for 30 minutes and filled out the pan, so I put the rolls in the oven and I set the timer for 35 minutes. While the rolls are baking, I'm going to make the glaze. I'll be using 2 cups powdered sugar and 3 to 4 tablespoons whole milk. Sweet roll glaze is really very easy. I'll start by adding 2 cups powdered sugar to the bowl, then 3 tablespoons milk. I'll stir to combine. Then I'll use a smearing motion to blend. This is about the right consistency. We'll wait for the rolls to finish baking. Well, they came out real nice. Let's put them on the plate to cool for a few minutes. I'm just going to smooth the glaze out a little, then spread it on the rolls. I like to make a double batch because we like to add a little glaze when we serve the cinnamon rolls. Well, what do you think? I think you'll love them. They're great. This recipe and others like it can be found in World's Easiest Sweet Roll Recipes, which includes recipes for traditional, turbo, whole wheat, and vegan sweet roll dough. This recipe is also included in My No-Knead Bread Cookbook and My No-Knead Turbo Bread Cookbook, each of which has a selection of sweet roll recipes. What makes my recipes and cookbooks unique is hands-free technique for making dough, and I offer both traditional no-knead recipes, proofs for 8 to 24 hours, and turbo no-knead recipes, proofs for 1.5 to 2.5 hours. Thanks for watching.